Well, good morning. Faced with an unprecedented threat, faced with consequences of inaction, this has consistently forced us to make decisions that no one ever wanted to make. Today, we're on track. My friends, this is great news and a sign of just how far we've come together in this fight. Because the truth is, this forces us to make unthinkable sacrifices. And I know that this has been extremely, extremely difficult. Freedoms restricted. None of this has been easy. People are frustrated, they're scared, and I know these frustrations have reached a boiling point, but like all rights, these are not without reasonable limits. They are the lifeline that right cannot and must not extend to cutting off that lifeline. We're now 2 weeks into the siege. It's an occupation. Please go home. Please take them home. I urge you, it's time to leave. To those who've attempted to disrupt our way of life by targeting our lifeline, so let me be as clear as I can. There will be consequences for these actions, and they will be severe. We've already started by going after the illegal occupation, has also provided additional resources to satisfy their recent requests, and more needs to be done. Let me be clear. Today, I'm to declare a state of emergency. It is punishable to block and impede the movement of people. We will also provide additional authority to consider taking away anyone who doesn't comply with these orders. We have every intention to bring new legislation forward that will make these measures permanent in law. And please, my friends, make no mistake, this is a pivotal moment for our nation. The eyes are upon us right now, and what they are seeing is not who we are, and we are better than that. And so we must collectively draw a line, fracturing our society, and we must see that the sacrifices we're forced to make were made for a reason. To see that because of the actions we took over the last 2 years, tens of thousands of lives, as hard as it's been, these sacrifices were necessary. Tens of thousands, it's time to go. I say, we will take whatever steps are necessary to ensure the people under siege. I say, I want you to know that you have my full support as you work to manage the situation and do whatever it takes to bring these occupations to an end. Well, first of all, they're extraordinary measures. I can tell you to make sure that we do everything we can to do this peacefully. And I emphasize peacefully. We have tried and tried and tried. The occupiers, they are not listening. Absolutely unprecedented. As the world is watching, wondering, is this a safe and stable jurisdiction? And we will always be open for business. The toughest thing I can tell the folks out there is the divide. That is the toughest thing, and it's time that we come together. We're going to move forward as quickly as we can to get people, and we will use every tool in our toolbox to make sure that happens. Well, again, I just want to make it very clear, but again, we cannot, and I emphasize cannot, have people holding them hostage, holding millions and millions of people hostage, because I can tell you folks, 99% of them get to the factories. The last count I heard was 5, but that is not representative, that they are not in favor of this. So again, to the occupiers, please go home. Let me make it very clear. I've been on this almost 24/7. Make no mistake, I have been engaged from the second this has happened, and I'll be continuing being engaged with the authorities that we need to talk to. And I will not stop until we get this taken care of. And I will continue to make sure we're engaged in every single area of our responsibility. Well, we're going to take the advice, which I have right from day one, and we put this plan together well before tests started. And it's been a plan that we've been working on for months. We're waiting for recommendations. I will never, ever negotiate that people that are in there in occupying cities. It's time to move forward. I look forward to measures and recommendations, and we'll continue to work with cautiously. First of all, we've been acting from the second this has happened, and we need to make sure that we get the goods to the facilities. So I got to stress to you, we're in a critical situation worldwide, and the last thing we need is an anchor around our neck. These people need to make sure they leave for the sake of hundreds of thousands going into these factories.